Forum. In this video, you will learn what a Moodle forum is and how to use it. In many ways, a forum is just like a classroom discussion. Students and the professor can all ask questions and answer them, or debate topics, or any other kind of discussion they choose to have. The main difference between a forum and a classroom discussion is that with the forum, either the students and the professor can all participate at the same time, or they can participate at different times. Let's look at an example. Many online courses have an Ask the Instructor forum. It's a place where students can ask their instructor questions when a question is probably the same kind of question that other people would ask too, and everyone would be interested in hearing the answer. Let's go in and see what's in there. Okay, so far, there's 2 questions in this forum. Let's look at the one called I don't understand the zone of proximal development. I'll just click on it. As I scroll down, I can see what went on in the discussion. At 5:02 p.m. on December 13th, 22, Oscar Blea wrote to his instructor and said, "Can you explain the zone of proximal development that Vygotsky mentioned?" And the instructor replied back, "Hi, Oscar. Each learner is different." And he goes on to explain what the zone of proximal development is. Then another student, Coco the dog, wrote, "Dr. Russ, I must have a really big ZPD because I always need help." And then the instructor wrote back and tried to give Coco some encouragement. And then Coco writes back, "Wow, are we supposed to know that? I didn't see it in the book." Okay, I am logged in as Dr. Russ. There's my picture in the upper right-hand corner. So I am going to reply to what Coco said by clicking the reply button. No, Coco, ZPD was not in our book, but it is an important concept. I recommend that you read more about it. Dr. Russ. And I'll post that to the forum. And now you can see my reply to Coco down there. Now let me log in as Coco and see how she sees the discussion. Now I'm logged in as Coco the dog, and you can see her picture in the upper right. I'll go into the Ask the Instructor forum. And I'll click on I don't understand the zone of proximal development. And I'll scroll down. And there is Dr. Russ's answer to me. So now I'll just reply back to him by clicking the reply button. I'll just say, thanks, Dr. Russ. And post that to the forum. Notice how the various posts are indented. These are called threads, and you can tell who replied to who by how they're indented. So first Oscar posted something and Dr. Russ replied to Oscar, so that's indented. And Coco replied to Dr. Russ, so that's indented. Dr. Russ replied to Coco, and that's indented. Then Coco came back and replied to Oscar's original post, so it's indented further out again. Dr. Russ replied to her, so it's indented more. And Coco replied again, and it's indented even more. So far in this example, we joined an existing discussion and posted replies to it. How do we start a new discussion? Let's see how to do that. So here we are back just inside the discussion again. You can see the two discussions that are going on. Now Coco wants to ask a question of her own. So you just click on Add Discussion Topic. And you type a subject. That's what appears in bold in the discussion forum. What format should the paper be in? And now type the message. Hi, Dr. Russ. Should our paper for this week be in APA format, or can it be in any format? Coco. And now post to the forum. Okay, I see that green area showing that the question got posted to the forum, and I see the message. And when I scroll down, I see the question that Coco just asked at the top. What format should the paper be in? Now let's go back to Dr. Russ and see what he does about it. Now I'm logged in as Dr. Russ again. And Dr. Russ goes in this forum once or twice a day to make sure that he's always keeping up with the questions that students ask. So I click on Ask the Instructor, and I see Coco's new question. So I click on it, and I can read it, and now I will reply. Hi, Coco. This paper and all our papers should be in APA 7th edition format. And I'll post to forum. And there it is. There's my answer to Coco. If you've ever used the group chat feature of Facebook Messenger, then forums should be very familiar to you. In both forums and Messenger, the participants can all be there at the same time talking to one another, or a discussion can go on over a longer period of time, such as a day or a week. Your instructor can set up forums different ways. The Ask the Instructor forum that we just saw is fairly flexible. Students can post as many questions as they like. They can reply to each other, and so forth. Other forums are more restrictive. For example, your instructor can set up a forum where he or she asks a question, and each student can give one answer and only one, and they can't reply to each other. Make sure when you enter a forum that you read any instructions that are posted with the forum that explains how you're expected to use them.